All right, welcome to, oops, I'm gonna open up the video and there we go. And address that there. All right, welcome to the video introduction for Module 1. So at this point, I'm gonna click through. There's a picture of me and a video of me talking about a video of me. Okay, so this one you've already gone through. So Module 1 is we go through and look at that. This is really kind of the overview of the module and also the main activity that we will be doing. So the intent to this is really to serve as an introduction to morality, ethics, and then also social justice within education. So, and ideally, it's going to set the foundation for the remaining modules. And each of those modules is really built on the equity audit. And so there's some readings in here about that. But just a quick note, my thoughts on ethics and morality and social justice is that can be very abstract. And so the equity audit is really a way to put that into a concrete, something that is very concrete, that is workable, and that is tangible. So as you come down through, that's the intent of this chapter. And I have a note on here that I'll cover as we go through, and probably I may create a separate module for that. We'll see how I'm going to communicate that out. But modules 7 and 8 are going to follow this same format that you're going to see through really modules 1 through 6, except it's going to be driven, and the topic is going to be driven from your group. And I'm going to divide you guys into two groups to come up with a topic. And then find articles and links and publications that are related for that for us to read and go through. This is towards these, obviously these two modules are towards the end of the class, set up that way on purpose. If you're in the group that is designing and finding articles for Module 7, your task is to find those articles for Module 7. You do not have to do the discussion part of Module 7. So you get a little bit of extra time to work on your equity audit. Same thing, those that are Module 8, you don't have to do the discussion and some of the bulk work in Module 8, because your work is actually getting those articles and finding articles that are good, which can take a significant amount of time. And so that is described in here. For each of these modules, you're going to have your readings, you're going to have a discussion, and then there is going to be some type of an activity related to the equity audit. And so going through, the objectives are there. Your to-do list really kind of, and you can do this in sequential order, but there are readings of the difference between ethics and morality, critical reflections on authentic leadership, school development from a virtual ethical perspective, impact of leaders on racial attitude ratings, student constructs of morality. Chapter 14 is really the one that gets into, so these are your readings just kind of looking general topic. And then we get into specifics of the equity audit. So chapter 14, out of Leaders for Social Justice, is really goes into detail on the equity audit and what it looks like. Then I've actually included an equity audit, and Peter Flores. Hello. Not sure why my camera says Peter Flores. Okay, and I know I wonder if I have somebody. Meeting participants. Peter, can you hear me? Peter? Peter. And let's see. You should be able to hear me, hopefully. Okay, so as I'm describing this, it looks like Peter has jumped in. So I don't hear him yet, but I'm going to go through the description of where we're at, and he may jump in. I may have to redo this complete video. If not, we'll just roll with it. So the equity audit, what I'm going to say on this one is don't get too panicky. The equity audit for this is, I think it's about 95 pages. What I want you to do is I want you to skim, and I want you to look at the format. It isn't necessary that you have to read this so in depth that it's going to take you a week to read, but it gives you a very good example and flow of very good example and flow of what an equity audit and the components that you're going to work on the equity audit throughout the class. Then you've got your Module 1 discussion, and then complete Module 1 morality, ethics, and you. And this is also a discussion. And then your autobiography presentation. And so you'll look through my autobiography, and really the intent of that is to have you kind of, everybody's got their passion. My passion has been working with at-risk students, students that have made mistakes in school. I am a firm believer in ideas and principles of resiliency. And so this video will talk a little bit about that, and why, if when I do my, going through and the things that I look at from an equity perspective, where my focus is and how I got there. And then there'll be some instructions on that. I think VoiceThread is something that you guys are used to using, but this presentation really can be any format that you're used to using, that I can then go in and watch and take a look at that and get to learn a little more about you. So at that point, I'm going to end the Module 1, and then I'm going to work on the other module descriptions. So good luck, and talk to you later.